Hey everyone, this is Kruhl Sentru. Long time no see. So I got a channel update being recorded here. This is May 18th, 2017. I need to let you know what happened with the stopped videos. I'm not dead yet, but my last video card is. So, here's the thing. Right now, my old video card kind of fried out, and I was trying to figure out what to do, and I remembered that I have an integrated. Oh, it's going to show the character, I guess, with his ugly piecemeal armor. Oh well. Anyways, there's. Do you mind? Man, this guy's annoying. Trying to talk to you guys. Yeah, well. Anyways, the integrated graphics cards are pretty darn wimpy, and this one's a few years old, so it's even worse. So this is Morrowind, a game made in 2002, and in big cities like, well, the big city, Vivek, or whatever, they don't really have official pronunciations for most of it, because no one really talks. It's all text. But that being said, it has to have the graphics turned down a little to be able to run it all. That's pretty sad. A 2002 game, 15 years old. I Yeah, that's pretty darn old. So unfortunately, I can't run Champions Online. I can't. Basically, I can turn Champions Online on, but it's got horrendous graphics. That's like got the double pixelation, horrible, ugly stuff, and still lags like crazy. Still not playable even after that. Warlock Master Arcane won't even turn on. It's just it uses graphical capabilities that this old piece of junk card won't even have. I mean, it's integrated meaning it's part of your motherboard. Those are junk ones, and unfortunately, that's how it goes. Yeah, let me go ahead and show you the character of my little Breton here. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind is not an option to record because I don't think you'd really enjoy it. I would not be playing through the villain side, and that's a huge chunk of the game. So that would pretty much take a huge chunk of the game right out of it. So here's the thing. I do have someone, kind of a friend, know him from church mostly. He's actually offered to give me his old graphics card he's not going to use for anything. He's already updated his computer and his wife's computer, and it sounds like he's the one that actually plays games and whatnot. Um, so it's probably not going to be a very good card, but it's probably going to be able to do something better than, have to turn the graphics down on a game that's, 15 years old. um, but not by a lot. So if it runs Champions Online, I'm still going to try to finish it. I've had some troubles with it, but I'm still going to try to finish it. It's still got a lot of good points to it. It's just sometimes it's a pain in the rear. Warlock Master Arcane still has additional runs, so if Champions Online won't run, but Warlock Master Arcane will, although despite the fact it's a little bit counterintuitive, it may be the reverse to which one takes up more graphical capability. I don't know. But in that case, I would continue with my other runs through. Again, I've already beaten the game in the hardest setting. Now I would go show all the extra endings and races. Undead going through for the Armageddon mode, and then I'm thinking of going with monsters and humans. Monsters, one of them's going to be going for the defeat an avatar of the enemy god, and the other one's going to go for the victory. We try to collect holy grounds. Probably monsters for the avatar. Because humans do really well with juggling like three different gods who can fall at the same time and get units from all three, and that's actually a pretty good tactic for them. It's something they can do better than anyone else. That being said, um, once again, if City of Heroes comes back and, runs on my pitiful computer, I'll do that. I have, like, no money to be replacing a video card right now. I mean, things are bad. Really bad. I've had a series of bad events that have just been devastating everything. There's not a thing I can do about it that's not already being done. And it's probably going to be a while before I can actually update anything. Months, at least. So, if that video card doesn't come through, I'm going to try to find an older game that will actually still run on here. Something that have to be really old, like, 95, 2000 era. Because it actually, I mean, even right now I can see, and you shouldn't see it, but I can see up in my upper left a little counter for the frames per second. We're running at 15 frames per second right now because it's also recording at the same time. That's not really the best for a video, but hopefully you guys will be okay with just a channel update for this. Um, A little bit of note. Originally, when I made this channel, I was reading some guides, and one of the things that I saw was that it's been recommended that you um, don't make Let's Play recordings for games that are already really popular. But the problem with that is that that's not entirely accurate. The idea behind it was that, there's already going to be like 15, 20 people who have already done it. But actually, I'm finding that even the small time games are like that too. Games that are not well known, I at least thought weren't well known, still have a ton of recordings for it. And on top of that, I've been finding some cool guys out there who have their own channels of more obscure games, and these guys clearly aren't very successful at it, even after many more years than I've got. So I don't think it's going to matter. And if I'm not going to do that well on views, regardless of whether I show the new popular games or avoid them because they're overdone, you know what? I'll just do whichever one comes and actually ends up being the most enjoyable. I think I'm probably going to end up more towards MMOs in the long run, but I don't really know how that'll turn out, and we'll have to see if that actually comes to pass. And I don't know exactly which ones I'll run. I mean, I know, for example, I'm just finishing up my third playthrough of Dust and Elysian Tale. It's a little indie game. It's not well known, but it's a really great one. I might have shown that one off. I don't know that I ever would, but it was an idea. Um, Other than that, I know I've beaten the Portal games practically in my sleep, but I still haven't beaten the extra challenges because I really get irritated with jumping puzzles after a while, and to get the radio challenge is what's really annoying. Trying to find the hidden radio signals. Not really interesting for me. I'm sure it is for a lot of people. Not most, but a lot of people. But, to record that wouldn't be so fun for me. So I'd probably just do a quick run through it, and that wouldn't be much. Maybe I'd run through Ghostbusters, the video game, or something like that, which is a less known one. So, some less known, some more well known. I mean, Portal's clearly a well known one, whereas some of these others aren't. If it wasn't for the fact my computer has some troubles, I do have the equipment to record off of my old Wii U, or not the Wii U, but the Wii, which is older. We got the Nintendo Switch, and then the Wii U, and then the Wii. And the Wii still has some old games from, their virtual console that I could record something of. But again, I don't want to hook it up to this computer because this computer's been frying pieces out. I don't want to risk damaging the Wii, or, for that matter, the actual capture card. So, we'll see. But I still got it well before all that comes up. In the meantime, well, I guess it is what it is. Hope you're having a better time out than I am. But, this is life. Stuff happens. We gotta deal with it. So, anyways, just really didn't want to leave everyone hanging. I wish YouTube didn't do this, but they removed the ability, for some reason, to put up an area where I could leave, messages for everyone in just the main channel. Just type something up. So, that's not even an option. Would have been nice to let you guys know what was going on right away. But at least now I can do this much. So, anyways, hope you're all having fun out there one way or another, and I'll see you another time.